Hello everyone. So I am using the Radiant Rider Waite as usual, and this is for Villain 45s, Cheetolinis, used to be Mussolini, for his health. His health reading for May 12th, Monday, May 12th. Right there. Okay. Ooh. He's feeling kind of beat up. So forces in motion, which are the one of the strongest cards, the forces in motion and the challenge. Well, let me just do one at a time. So in case if anyone's learning, so our Nine of Wands card is usually the Wounded Warrior. We know he's Mr. Bonespurs, and he's going to go meet Mr. Bonesaw tomorrow. The 13th, he's going to go to Dubai, I guess Dubai and the Qatar and UAE, or Qatar, however you say it. It used to be Qatar, and then they started calling it Qatar, so whatever. It's Qutar. But anyhow, the Nine of Wands, it's stress, but it is a card of achievement. It didn't come through reverse, so I can't say that he's going to be terribly overwhelmed or delayed. But, this is on a health level, because it's a moon in Sag, we're dealing with liver and gout issues and high blood pressure and, anything involving the joints, things that move, the articulations of the joints. So yeah, I think on one level he's kind of weary about even going, but he has to. He's trying to. I think there's like nuclear trade deals and things like that, or nuclear talks, and whatever. Oh, there's so many other issues, tariffs, all that stuff, and he's going to try to, have that oil, relationship with them. But remember, dude, it's Mr. Bonesaw you're dealing with. His big challenge is money and his legacy. That's the best way I'm going to read that. When it comes to, just generally. But on the health level, well, it can be a test. It can be, this is a card, no matter upright or reversed, it is the best health care possible. But sometimes this card is a big health event, because this is in a challenge position. This is our card for bankruptcy even. So that's interesting to have this, and him feeling kind of battle weary, even though he is just Mr. Bonespurs, but he's going to meet with Mr. Bonesaw and his, it's not just Mr. Bonesaw, it's his whole family. He's meeting with them, the prince, Mohammed bin Salman, but it's the legacy of that dude's family that is the big thing. So, wow. Okay. In the morning, wow, Seven of Swords reversed and the Ace of Pentacles. So there's something he's not going to be able to get away with. Some sneaking around, some, trying to fly low stealthily under the radar, but he's not getting away with it. This is a card for grifting, right? This is a card that has to do with lies and cunning, savvy strategy. It's also a card of spies. So when it's upright, you get away with it. When it's reversed, you don't. And when it's reversed, this is a conflict of interest. He needs to protect himself. This is also my card for, because it's, the moon in Aquarius. This is a card for an arms race. So this is him going to meet, getting ready, preparing to go meet Mohammed bin Salman and the people in Qatar and the people in the United Arab Emirates, and what is he going to offer? What is he going to offer? Well, he's just grifting. He's not. He doesn't. I think it's like, you give me something, I'll give you something, but what he offers will probably never come through for them. Because, this guy can be a double agent, working both sides. There's that. And on another level, too, this is our card for, there's so much in it because of the moon in Aquarius. When it comes to reversed, this can be a leaker. This could be an ambassador that he's talking to today for preparation for tomorrow, and it's also like, because it's Aquarius, we could imagine tracking with technology, and maybe he's meeting with somebody in the morning that puts like maybe they put a wire on them, or not a wire, but there are all those devices that can hide, like on a lapel button, on a regular button. I mean, there's just, the technology we have nowadays is unbelievable, and it's going to get that way even more. So you can't really hide anything. So it's going to be really interesting to see what develops. Now, sometimes this card has to do with some kind of sabotage that is revealed. On the health level, it can be a virus. And then he's going to be traveling. Okay, now you guys, please know, when I'm giving you the meanings of the cards, I'm not saying exactly this is going to happen. It could be this or this or this. I'm trying to teach you the meanings of the cards. So when you put in the comments and you do it with other, you're saying other readers say this or this or this, and then I go and watch their video and they're saying maybe. That's what I'm saying all the time. Maybe. Okay? So maybe for around noon time, maybe he's kind of reckless and foolish and stupid around some woman. Well, I can imagine that. And maybe it is Tulsi Gabbard, because she's head of DNI. Maybe it's, I don't know if Alina Habba is going to be hanging out with him, but definitely, it could be Kristi Noem, because any fire sign woman, so the three of them so far that he has is, now I don't know what sign what's-her-face is, but she's not even really in there yet, but Janine Pirro. But maybe this is Kristi Noem or Tulsi Gabbard or even Alina Habba that says something to him that, don't be stupid, don't be out of control, don't be out of your body, don't take any risks. Or it's a woman, it's a fire sign woman who gets him feeling out of body, out of control, ungrounded. And I'd love to see this, but, could trip him up and he falls. I mean, that'd be a video or a meme we'd watch on loop over and over and over again. Be like, oh no, are you okay? I'm so bad. So, all right. But this is, when we have the Fool reversed, this is just being kind of out of body and out of control. And it's our card for accidents and falls. And there's a woman involved. All right. In the evening, we have maybe he has a meeting in a skiff. Maybe it's just a celebration somewhere or a meeting. I mean, this is an event card. Four of Wands is an event card. And then we have the Ace of Cups reversed. So there's somebody's putting the kibosh on him, or he's holding down a bunch of feelings. Anyway, the Four of Wands on the level of health. I'm sorry, I forgot to say on the level of health with the Fool. It's just because it's Uranus and Aquarius, it rules the nervous system. I don't know if I said that. But with the Four of Wands, this one, when it's upright, there's some success, there's some event. For him, he's not going to a wedding. He's not. I don't know if he has a party before he's going or whatever. When on the health level, it's not reversed, so I can't really say this, but he does have. This card is, Venus in Aries. So we're talking Venus, you want, and I want it now. It can be impulsive. So it could be some bad eating habits that cause problems. And that would make sense to me with the Ace of Cups. It could be something that he drank or something that he just put in his mouth, drank really fast. Ace of Cups, man, I mean, it's reversed. We're talking emotional reactions. We're talking energy vampires. We're talking blocked emotions, of course, which cause rage, because the rage is down below all of it. So there's that. It's also a card of, usually for women, this would be like infertility. But I think it's more for him, like just women that don't want to be around him anymore. And he's, I don't know, maybe he's stinky. Maybe he's really gross. And because, he is. Ooh. Then we have later in the evening, Ace of Swords, and even in the middle of the night maybe. Ace of Swords reversed. This could be stabbing pains in his head, headaches that are really bad. Sometimes it's surgery. So if there's a card, now this could be, I wonder if he's having like edema to the point that he's needing some kind of relief. Now, putting these two together, it could be, an IV drip so that he feels better for traveling, because the Three of Wands is definitely about traveling and to another country. They didn't have airplanes back in those days, but when the deck was developed. So, but anyway, Ace of Swords reversed, just to stick with the, progress of the reading here. On one level, I see it as his Sharpie pen. I also see it as failure and a inability to focus, a lack of focus and confusion and memory loss and fighting words and this, like just major need to be right and have the last word and win, right? But when it comes to the health level, these are procedures with sharp objects, surgeries and whatevers, needles. So some procedure on the health level. And then later, he's feeling a little better. Now, I don't know what time he leaves for his flight and how long the flight is and all of that. And of course, he can sleep on the plane. And of course, he has medical, people that go with him everywhere. So there's that. And this is definitely a travel card. The Three of Wands is a travel card. It's upright, so I'm not going to say that there's any problems going on, but, with the travel. But when it comes to the health level, this is sometimes problems with eyes and head and neck and definitely hair loss is, this is one of the cards for hair loss. High blood pressure, it's even one of the cards for strokes. Because, Sun in Aries. Aries rules the head. Too hot in the head, right? Okay, so let's see what was on the bottom of the deck. I think those two cards. It doesn't matter, I don't think, which order. But wow. Wheel of Fortune and Justice. So two majors from the bottom. Okay, Wheel of Fortune reversed. Of course, I don't know if you can read it upside down, but Jupiter, it's ruled by Jupiter, so we're talking the liver. When this card comes through reversed, you're at the wrong side of the turn. The life cycle's churning in your life cycle. His life cycle is churning based on his free will, that he needs to make changes. right? On the body level, it rules because it's Jupiter. Jupiter rules Sag. We're talking hips. We're talking lower back sacrum. Iliac joint back there, and when it's reversed, we're talking negative external forces out of his control. Wow. What a way to begin a trip. That's how many hours to get there? I have no idea, but I bet it's a long time. So, stagnant, he's stuck in vicious circles of bad choices, and we're talking toxic liver problems with this card. Gout, high blood pressure, obesity. I don't know if he's got diabetes, but that's one of the, I'm throwing everything out there just so you guys can learn. Okay, the Justice card reverse, it's Libra, so we're talking lower back. It's the key. Some of the key meanings when the card's reversed is injustice and perverting justice. The opposite of truth, it's lies, which is what he does, right? Lack of accountability and major dishonesty, that's him. On the health level, it's like I said, Libra, lower back, so that's also the kidneys, lower back and kidneys. I think we're speaking to, these two cards here are speaking to some of these treatments he's having before he goes and maybe even on the plane. He can get a jab with B vitamins and anything else. He can have transfusions of any nutrients that he needs, plus water, because apparently he only drinks Diet Coke, and then that's extremely dehydrating. Aspartame is it reaps havoc on the body. But yeah, sugar and insulin issues with the Justice card too. So, wow. So just kind of sitting back and looking at the cards, this would be like on its side. So I feel like he is weary about going to meet MBS and his whole family, the whole clan, I do think he really is. And he's definitely not going to get away with what plans he's got, or they're going to put, I don't know, somebody's going to put a wire on him or something. I always cough on this guy. Ugh. So that's it. I'm going to get some water and pack this up. Okay, take good care.